Morning, folks. Grand Rising. Just gonna be on here very briefly this morning. Just gonna share to our group here, and we'll be good to go. Morning, Jenna. How you doing? Just another 30 seconds, and then we'll be good to go here. So I hope you all are having a good day. A good start to your day, anyways. There's a lot going on, eh? A lot of people finally starting to come out with their truths. Only took them 2.5 years, but I'm not saying anything negative about it. My only question is, why now? And we'll find that out. We'll see that in due time here. But I 110% support what Dana Metcalf is doing right now. 110%. And I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because we have everything up until now. We have everything from the convoy till now. We have everything before the convoy. The only thing we don't have to our big puzzle is that fucking control room and that little bit. That's the only and we do have quite a bit of details on that. Like those pictures that she put out the other day, I already saw those. I didn't see those exact ones because I'm assuming those are from her phone, but I already knew who was in that control room. This is what we've done for 2.5 years. As soon as people tried to fuck me, and I knew they were lying, this is what we've done. That's why we psyoped the psyop. So I'm very excited to see what Dana Metcalf is going to come out with, because it's going to fill a lot of our holes. Now, one thing I was not surprised to see yesterday was people who support the fake clan mothers are now going against Dana. So what Dana is doing has sparked the controlled opposition to now come out with their own story. So in support of what Dana Metcalf is doing, at noon today, I meant to do it last night, but we just had too busy of a day, and we had as you saw last night, we had a great show. But at noon today, I'm going to tell you what's gone on from the minute we left Ottawa to now, so that it's fresh in your heads while Dana Metcalf is doing what she's doing, because I support what she is doing 110%. And I have a feeling everything she's going to say is going to line up with what we have, because it's evidence. I've known what we've had for a long time. But Chris Barber is supposed to make an appearance on somebody's show today to defend himself or tell the real story or some kind of bullshit. So I thought it'd be important that we recap everything that's gone on since Ottawa. So I'm going to do that at noon. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to have Blaine on. I think Adrian may be joining us as well for a few minutes. I'm not positive. But since January, I've told the movement Be very careful. Watch what's going on around you. Do your own research. And don't believe a fucking word anybody says unless it's backed up. And a lot of people listened. A lot of people have figured it out. A lot of people have tied all the knots together. And it's beautiful to see that people are tying the knots together. And I have a feeling what she comes out with over the next coming days, like I said, it's gonna... I think people... Like I was telling Nick about it yesterday. I was like, dude, you have no idea. Like, I made a 20-foot by 10-foot map on my wall. We've got thousands of names. We've got, as the controlled opposition liked to say when they were trying to destroy me, we've got the receipts. Well, they didn't have any receipts. We got the receipts, as they like to say. We've always had the receipts. Because like I said, whenever I was tried to be used as the fall guy, whenever I was blamed for something, it was an event that the traditional people and Angel were stopping because fake natives were putting the event on. And at the time, I didn't know that because I didn't know Angel. But Angel was my guardian angel through the whole way without even knowing it. So within 10 minutes of meeting Angel, her and I looked at each other and said, holy fuck, everything I don't have, you do. Let's fucking go here. We got these motherfuckers. Hook, line, and sinker. And that's a fact. And that's why we went on our own path, doing what we needed to do, because we already knew everything. We already knew who was who. So, unity, this is how we're going to get unity, Desiree. Unity, we are about to see a unity we've never had. Because you can't have unity when you can't trust the person walking side by side with you. You can't have unity when you don't know who's looking over your shoulder. Is this about personal interest amongst Canada? Is there something coming out that's applicable to all Canadians? This is not about personal interests at all. It's about who's lying to you and who is misleading you. Because 99% of the movement, the faces, they're government. They have been all along. That's why it goes nowhere, and that's why this political game goes round and round. And if people want to play the political game, you're gonna suffer very quickly. You're going to suffer very fucking quickly. And if you don't see that by now, I suggest you watch the live from last night and get it through your fucking head. Because the elder, who's 94, says it himself. People got to realize that Canada is a fucking joke, and Canada is only 150 years old. The Iroquois Confederacy is 500 years old, and the American Constitution is built on it. The Tuawa Wampum is not a native treaty. It's a white and native treaty. We are protected under the Iroquois Confederacy as much as the Mohawks are. That's why it's called a two-row wampum. There's two nations involved in that treaty. So if people want to protect their children and want to make a change, we have the way out. And we have for months. And that's why people have tried to destroy us. And many of you have stuck by and see the truth and see the facts now. And God bless you for doing it. It's for your own good. We don't need your help to protect ourselves. This is about protecting all of you. We're good. Blaine says it himself right out of his mouth. Shit hits a fan. Get to Tynega. You're good. That's what I've been trying to explain to people. And people want to hate on me for trying to help them. And this is fact when I'm speaking. And if you don't want to believe it, watch the live last night where the 95-year-old elder tells you, we govern ourselves. And that's why they were able to shut down the economy for 50 fucking days in 2020. Because this government doesn't matter. They're their own nation. They're an American nation. equivalent to the American Constitution. So if you want facts, if you want freedom, if you want safety, then start listening and start paying attention. Drop that fucking flag of genocide. At the very least, if you're not ready to fly a Turo wampum, fly an American flag, because you're not Canadians, you're North Americans. Just like they're Native Americans, they're not Canadian natives, they're Northern Native Americans. Americans. And that is what protects you against this illusion of this crown. See what Jay's saying? They're Native Americans. They're not American. They're not Canadian. Jay is on Tyendinaga. This is from the horse's mouth right here. Jay can back up what I'm saying, just like the elder, 94 years old, did last night. If we all come together under the Iroquois Confederacy, we can give these children a future that you and I cannot even comprehend. Is that not right, Jay? That is fact. We can create something so beautiful for these kids. Christy, stop pushing politics when we're going to destroy it. I'm trying to help you not waste your time. We are not going to go another way, because as I said, we're good. It's up to you guys what you want to do. So don't try to steer us another way. I'll never go another way in my life, because this is the way. People need to realize that. We will not be swayed. There's nothing to sway us to. I'm trying to sway you to safety. I have been trying to sway you to safety for a long fucking time. And that's why everybody who's been paid off to stir you in circles has tried to destroy me. They took my house. They set me up. They took my dogs. They tried to take my life. Why? Because they knew they couldn't stop me. They knew I wouldn't stop. First we got the evidence, then we found the people. Between the two, we had the truth. We don't need that, Christy, is what I'm saying. The Iroquois Confederacy trumps all that. That is meaningless to what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing anybody can put forward that will trump this. Nothing in the world. It doesn't exist. That's what people need to put through their head. If anybody doesn't understand, watch the elder video from last night. I'll put the link in here. It's on my live. It's important you do. So I'm going to be back at noon. And then we'll be back at 8 p.m. with Blaine to talk all about this. Christy, there's nothing complimentary to what we're doing. People need to understand that. They already have it. The only thing missing is you. The only reason the government keeps going is because all of you don't want to come to this boat. We come from Turtle Island. So when you're all ready to come to this boat, we've got some things to learn. There's nothing that can complement it. We don't need anybody's help. We just need them on board. It's that simple. So we'll see you back at noon, and then we'll see you tonight with our brother Blaine. And Blaine can tell you all this. You found the trump card in the deck. Thank you, Melanie. That's why I fucking fought so hard. And that's why the day that I went to Angels. No, I will not look, Christy. I will not stand any more firm on this. We don't need any other documentation from anybody. There's no white man documentation that can help this. This is the documentation. This is the treaty. Treaty is land. Treaty is life. So you need to go look, not me. And I mean that out of love. There's nothing that can trump this. Nothing. Nothing in the world. That's why the Crown made up an illusion system to get around it. Fact. What you live in Canada is a made-up thing to get around the Iroquois Confederacy. They couldn't beat the Mohawks, so they had to lie. Fact. You do your best work alone. Thank you, Melanie. I love you. Melanie sent me on this path the night we left Ottawa. Not in detail. She didn't say, you need to go here and here and here. But she put that plant in there. Christy, we don't need to expose fraud. That's what you're not understanding. If you don't want to get it, you will suffer, not me. So stop trying to sway, because you're misleading the others. If you want to look at the Iroquois Confederacy and understand it, you will correct yourself. Fact. So we'll see you back at noon. Go look it up. Go watch the video from last night. I beg you. Your kid's future depends on it. If you want to play political games and worry about exposing things, we already have all the evidence. We can take down the United Nations with our evidence. 110%. 110%. Why do you think they tried to kill me? Why do you think they took everything? Best of luck. We'll see you at noon.